So, good evening to everybody, and welcome once again to my live broadcast. So, how is everybody doing? Ale, Ale, Signal, Ale Signal. Good evening to you guys. How's everybody? I hope this chair doesn't collapse, because my weight. Sylvester Obianke, good evening to you. Sylvester Obianke, good evening to you, bro. How is everybody doing? Man, the weather condition today, I went outside, cold. I mean, drove me back. That is. Somalia in the building. Ale, from Somalia, how are you doing? There was a guy that usually comes to my live broadcast from UK. I've forgotten his name. He's from Somalia. He always comes to my live broadcast. I've not seen him for some time now. But back then, he's always on my live show. So, Painkiller, I see you big time. Painkiller, I see you. Painkiller, I see you big time. Man, what's going on your side, guys? Ali, thank you for sharing my broadcast. I appreciate you. These are people that want me to prosper in life. Painkiller, I see you. Thank you for sending me a rose or roses. Appreciate you big time. Where are other guys? Or where are other guyses? Other guyses. Well, let me wait for more people to join us before we get the party started. And the truth is, ain't nobody is gonna stop the party. The party must go on. Today I want to talk about African affairs, because a lot has been going on in Africa. A lot has been going on in Africa. I saw a video that touched me so much, and that's why I came out to speak about it. So share it. When I said this year I'm not going to be taking too many medications, but then, well, I will gist you guys later. How many people do we have here? What's going on? Man, Donald Trump, the new American president, he said TikTok goes nowhere. Donald Trump, he said TikTok is going to remain in USA. This is a president that cares for his citizens, because he said a lot of Americans have built a very big audience. They do their businesses, they earn money online, and they do things online. How come you want to stop? You know, he does not want to stop his citizens from earning money online. That man cares for Americans. I love such man or such men. You got the gist now. I love such men. In Africa, some African men, there are so many things to talk about this evening. So many things. I just want more people to join us before we get the party. And there are so many things to learn on this program tonight. So, I want to see more people. Bosco, Happy New Year. I've not seen you since this year. Where have you been? You hid yourself somewhere. You just came out now. Bosco, I've not seen you for a long time. Hope you are doing good. Good to see you. Happy New Year to you, bro. I know for sure you are making your money, living well, enjoying life. I wish you well. I know you've been on this page for a long time, so I respect my core fans. People that sticks with me, they have been with me in good weather and in bad weather. So I value this kind of guys a lot. Plenty men and women who have been supporting my page one way or the other. Jack Griffin, Jack Griffin Parry. That name is too solid, strong. So we are going to discuss about African affairs this evening. Guys, share the program. Bring in more guys. Let's go. A lot. How many are we here? More people should join before we get the party started. I want to see crowd join us. Man, life is so boring in Europe, man. I'm so depressed. There is what we call winter depression, and that's what I'm having. I'm going through winter depression now. I have nothing doing each day that passes, I've got nothing doing. I only sit, eat, go to toilet, and think about what I've been able to do and the things I did not do. Adanna Ononiwu, beautiful name. Ononiwu. Ah, Adanna Ononiwu, beautiful name. I love such name. Very proud. No English name, nothing. This is a typical African name. Proud of you, my sister. Ononiwu. This is not all these people that answers Jennifer, Angel, Cleopatra, Cynthia. You answer names that you bear names you don't know the meaning. Princess. What is princess? Why don't you answer Ada? Princess. Man, forget. So I made the mistake. Don't get me wrong. You know, I made Baldwin Valley. I see you. That must be South African name. Baldwin Valley. That must be somewhere South Africa. That's not Ugandan name, but South Africa, Zimbabwe, Namibia, you know, around that area. Because I have a lot of them following my page. I know South Africans. These are my brothers. We are all one people. Whether you like it or not, we are one people. Even if you don't like it, I force you to be, you are part of African family. So, I saw some people, some racist people are telling me to go back to my country. One of my videos went viral. And some racist people are telling me to my country. Which country? I have no country, I'm in my country. Which country are they talking about? I'm in my country. They are asking me to go back to my country. What they see is color. How? I don't have any other country. I'm in my country. They say go back to your country. Did they create? So guys, how many people see my guys are sharing my videos? Boemo, thank you for sharing. Boemo, I see you. Well guys, let me tell you what happened today before I go ahead with today's topic. I told you guys I have nothing doing. I'm a depressed man. It's no joke. I am a depressed man. Here in Europe, we have no exciting life, no activities. You get it? You work, I'm talking about me and a lot of other people. I'm like a caged man, somebody that is caged in a zoo. You can't move. Tell me, am I going to be loitering about every day? I wake up in the morning and be walking up and down. What do I do in this situation? And the weather is very cold. The only thing is, my wife cooks, gives me food, I eat. I don't even watch television. lie on the bed and think about the things I did not do right. So every day is the same. The same routine. Every day is the same. You wake up every day, you've got nothing to do. So this morning I woke up and I remembered I have nothing like fruit to eat. Now I like eating fruit, you know. So I decided to go buy an orange or oranges. Guys, I told you what happened on Saturday. Saturday, when I went to buy something from a supermarket close to me, a woman, a foreigner, who is from Eastern European country, who practices racism on dark-skinned people. Well, some of you, I mean, well, we are part of the broadcast yesterday. That was yesterday. Now, that happened on Saturday. I told you guys that broadcast was on Saturday. This morning, I called the hotline of that supermarket. I called the hotline of the supermarket. You know, I searched for the receipt and I called the hotline of the supermarket. They picked telephone. So, Can and Sugar, good to see you. When I called the hotline, I met a woman online. So, I mean, quietly, gently explained everything to the woman. What happened? How that lady, their worker, how she has been behaving towards dark-skinned people. The woman noted it down. After the conversation on telephone, she told me she has noted it down. So after a while, I went to the same supermarket to go buy oranges. When I went there, the woman was seated at the cashier, you know, where you pay. And there were like 5 people ahead of me, before me. When she saw me, she called one lady and called like the chef, that is the boss there. The boss gently came to me, excused me. He just spoke to me gently. He said he excused me. He said he wanted to talk to me. I said, okay. The boss said they got they got a phone call from their central. They got a phone call from their central that petitioned one lady, a worker there. She best, I see you. So now I complained, not petition, however in which I complained about a worker there. Now, the boss, that was a small boy, you know, to me. Somebody of about 30 years. You know, we need to be civil, you know. So I explained to the boy what happened on Saturday. I explained to him how that worker has misbehaved, you know, having this kind of, putting up this racist acts against black people. After, Taiwo Olowe, good evening to you. So after explaining to the boss of the supermarket, he now called the lady. The lady came and began to make problem. Blah, 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 blah. She lied. She said I called her a prostitute, which I did not. Between you and I don't tell lies. I have a wife, I have daughters, I have sisters. I cannot call a woman a prostitute at this age. That would be. And that lady is just the same age as my daughter. So now, I did not call her a prostitute, but she was looking for a way to frame me up. Even if I called her, I did not. But even if I called her a prostitute, I committed no crime. I respect women. But she thought if she said I called her a prostitute, even what's going to happen? Nothing. This is outside there, and she has no witness. But between you and I respect women. I did not do it. But to tell you that some people are liars, the woman lied against me. She said I called her a prostitute, which I did not. At this age, I cannot utter such a word to a woman because I have daughters and I have a wife at home. So I don't do it. But to tell you, this is a racist woman. She wants to, even in the first place, the police cannot do me anything. As far as this country is concerned, I did not commit any crime. I did not threaten anybody's life. You know, like I said last Saturday, I said, whenever they see a black man, especially a black woman, when they see anybody black, they believe they can intimidate you. Or if they call the police on you, the police will come and swallow you or send you back to wherever you come from. This is what goes on their minds. And many of these people that just came here 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago, when they see an African man, they always believe, an African man, we can do with him whatever we wanted. So in the end, guess what the woman said? The woman told her boss, he should stop me. He should stop me from coming to the supermarket to buy something. I told her, I said, look, you are too little. You are a small girl. You are ignorant. You don't know Austrian laws. I said, you are making noise. You don't know the Austrian laws. I said, number one, this country belongs to us. That is, I am a citizen of Austria and I have rights to enter into any supermarket, anywhere, without restriction. Even if you call the highest lawyers, I cannot be stopped from entering any supermarket. Stopped back from entering any supermarket. It's not done. Now I told their boss, I said, listen, I am a public figure. If you mess up, I showed him, I said, if you mess up, I'm going to make a video about what transpired. I will keep talking about this your store, this your company, and I'll make sure all the Africans, people that follows me, a lot of people stop going to that shop. The man became shocked. He became afraid. He became afraid. I said, I know my right. I have right to make video anywhere in the public. In supermarkets, on the roads, anywhere as far as it is a public space, I have right to make video there. That is the law. It is, I can only be considered, I can only go against the law if I film somebody's, make private videos of somebody. Like if you're in your home, if you're in the hospital, inside your room or inside your car, I'll come there and film you. That is violating your rights. But if it is in a public space, I have rights to make videos anywhere. Even the boss learned from me. After I paid for what I bought and I bounced out, I told that little girl, I said, listen, in the next 1 million years, you can't do no shit. I've been in this country before this ladle was built. I've been in this country before you came. So you just don't look down on every black man you see on the streets or anywhere. Now, let's go further. Let me tell you something. I know a lot of people watching me. This is not why I come. I'm coming to talk about African affairs, but I'm just starting now. Listen attentively. I know most of the people that are following my TikTok page and my YouTube page are diasporans, Africans living in diaspora. I want to urge you, I want to tell you now, wherever you are living, listen attentively. Wherever you are living, make sure you get the documents of the country you are living in. Anywhere you live, if you don't have the documents, if you don't have the residence permit, if you are not there, forget it. See, if you don't have residence permit where you are living, you will not have mouth. I appreciate you. Wherever you go, as far as you are a black man, they will intimidate you. You will not have a voice. Even when you are right, they will tell you you are wrong. They can even throw you in jail because of no reason. You know why? Because you have no documents. This is what a lot of people are not telling you. Old schools. You see, because some people, Kingsley, I see you. Kingsley Nebedum, I see you. There are so many, how do I put it now? There are so many people that can mislead you in this abroad. Many. I read people's comments. There are people that if you make a video, and all what they think about is money, and they are living in a foreign land. They are not living in their homeland. You are living in a foreign land, all what you talk about is money, make money. You don't need money in abroad. Let me tell you now. In abroad, let me tell you out of experience, you don't need money. What you need is documents. If you get documents, then you have money. Documents is money. Are you listening to me? All these informations I'm giving to you guys, they are worth millions of dollars. Nobody advised me. I learned the hard way. In abroad, if you are a newcomer, you don't need money. I'm the person telling you what you need is documents. If you have documents, you will then have money. Document is money in Europe. Document is money in Europe. So when you get documents, especially if you are a citizen of the country you live in, somebody said he cannot waste his time watching me. You don't need to write it. I'm not begging you to watch me. I don't even know who you are. So what you've got to do is to simply move yourself away from my page. Did you get? I don't know who you are. What's your name? You say your name is Rashid. You've got to just move yourself away from my page. If you don't even need to write it. If you listen to me, if you watch me and you don't like me, you remove yourself. I'm not begging anybody to watch me. I don't beg. It's not. Nobody pointed gun at you. Nobody is forcing you to watch me. So if you come listen to me and what I'm saying doesn't appeal to you, you just go to another platform. You see, this life is too big. It will contain everybody. If I'm not your type of person, you move. You go to where your type of people are. Do you understand me? If I'm not your type of person, why comment? What you've got to do is, what's your name? You say your name is Rashid. You simply move out. You don't feel, I don't need you for any reason. So you are being appreciative. Modern same man, some people like making this in. Okay, my fans said I should continue. Let me continue. Yes, I have a lot of core fans, people that love me. And for these people, I see many are called, few are choosing. There are some people, they love me, even if we are 2 in number, even if we are 1,000,000 in number. As far as we are like-minded people, we are the same type of people. Birds of the same feathers flock together. If we are like-minded people, man, we go, we continue. Okay, now let me continue. See, I do not know how many. Okay, Kingsley, I am continuing. I don't know when you came to Europe, but I'm an old school. An old school. I've spent most of my life in Europe here. So what I'm telling you is, don't go for money. Go for documents, because document is money. I'm telling you, documents, if you get documents, you have money. You coming to Europe and start chasing money is a misplaced priority. If you come to Europe and prioritize making money, you fit get wound, you will get injury. Especially if you want to make money illegally, you will sustain injury big time, and you will spoil your chances, especially in Europe here. See, let me tell you what a lot of you do not know. Let me repeat it. I've said it many times. If you go to any European country, man, don't mind my beard. It looks rugged. Now, if you go to any European country, European Union country, and they take your fingerprints, take your DNA, and then you declare asylum, or you declare intention of living in that country, and you commit a crime, and they send you to prison, or they ask you to leave the country, don't forget, they already have your fingerprints, your pictures, your DNA. If you go to any other European Union country and fingerprints, even if you go to any other European country and commit crime and they fingerprint you, they will discover that you were once in another European country and you will be deported, and they will not give you chances. So running from one European country to the other, looking for documents, submitting your fingerprints, you are, implicating yourself. You are doing yourself harm. The best thing is, let me keep telling you, the best thing is, if you go to any European country, make sure you remain there and get your documents, legalize yourself. Don't commit any crime. If you commit any crime, you've spoiled your chances as far as Europe is concerned. I know a lot of people, this thing affected many people, that this thing, till today they are still hiding. When I tell you guys, when I make videos, I tell you guys that a lot of people are hiding after 30 years, 25 years, 40 years. You don't understand. If you fingerprint, if they have your fingerprints in any European country, and they ask you to leave, or you commit a crime, if you run to any, let's say you are living in Austria, and you commit a crime here and run to Germany, they will get your fingerprints and they will know that you once lived in Austria and you committed a crime. Even in Hungary, if you live in Italy and you commit a crime there, and they have your fingerprints, your details, your information, if you go to Belgium, they will discover that you once lived in Belgium. They keep records. This is why you see a lot of people running from one country to other, saying they are looking for documents, if they catch your fingerprint, your photo, you are done. And in most cases, they deport these people back to their home country. This is what so many people do not know. So when you arrive at any particular European country, cool down and get your documents. Make sure you don't go against the law. Make sure you don't commit crime. Don't go after money first. A lot of people, you need to learn how to have patience in life. Or patience in life. You need to learn how to have patience in life. Because if you live life on a fast lane, If they catch you, you are shot. Do you know here? Because of influx of immigrants in Europe, they have made anti-immigration laws, very strict immigration laws. Let me tell you. They will not, how did they make all these anti-immigration laws? Any small thing, they make laws that is, you cannot even move, you can't be vague. Like, for instance, I said it before, some people, if you violate traffic offense in where I live, you cannot get citizenship. Like, if you beat red lights. I know so many people, some people don't know. I know so many people, till today, they have not gotten citizenship because they beat red lights. Or you drive above speed limit, they rather cut you. All these things are computerized. They keep the records. So many people don't know. You'll be wondering, you call it racism. That law is not only for foreigners, but you know, as an indigenous citizen, if you highest sin, the highest sin, they give you strafe, they give you fine. But if you are a foreigner and you violate traffic offense, you cannot get citizenship again. Any Iron Man, I see you. Any kind of criminal act will hinder you from getting citizenship. You see, that's why what I call anti-immigration laws. Some people don't know this. And you see that's why I told you, be careful who you associate yourself with. Be careful who you associate with yourself. Some people will come, African man. He will come, money, and they will mislead you. You make that money after. Let me tell you, most of the guys we came to this country with, that went after money, they said they went to make money. Man, many of them went to prison for years. Many spent their entire lives in prison. No documents. Let me tell you, man, the story too long. I know so many guys that led life on a fast lane, sent money home. By the time they were deported, by the time Europe, police kept chasing them. By the time they got back, they found nothing. The brothers, the sisters, the parents, they have all, squandered the money. So they went to prison in vain. They labored in vain. Why should you jeopardize your chances because of people at home, pressure from people at home? A lot of people don't think. And if I tell you guys stories, why should you have a chance? Why do you think I make noise? If I stand like this, I told you guys what happens. I move like a champion on the street. Big time. No shaking. I don't hide. I walk with my head up. Nothing happens. Because I know I'm not a criminal. I have no criminal record. And I am legal. I'm politically correct. You see, if you give it to me, I give it to you. That is it. Document is power. Document is power. You see some people, they will be telling you money. Carry that money, carry the money, take the money to Africa. Let's see how long it's going to last for you. Some people invested. A lot of people are not wise. They made small money back then, shipped cars, built a house, and they ran back to Africa. Went there and knocked. They went there, they knocked engine. They knocked. I'm telling you, some are smelling, that is, if you see them, guy, man, the real dude, real G's, be say, see, anyhow, make sure you collect the documents, even if you don't need Europe. Maybe in future, you might need it. Abroad is boring, agreed. Abroad is boring. But if you collect the documents, it is an added advantage. Let's say you don't like living in Europe or America or Canada. Listen to me attentively. Let's say you do not like living in Europe. If you relocate to Africa, maybe you got sick, you can always board flight and come back. Now again, let me tell you why you should endeavor to get documents in where you live. For your children, your offspring, the coming generation. I do not know, maybe you are married or you are not married. And maybe you decide, if you have the citizenship of any country you live in, even if you born your children in Africa, in Asia, they still remain citizen because you are their father or their mother. Again, you might decide to relocate to Africa. You might decide to relocate to Africa. After 10 years, 15 years, whenever you got tired, you can always pick your passport, dust it, and come back. If you want, it enables you to move from one country to another. You understand me? It gives you opportunity, chances. I mean, that's how do I put it now? You don't need visa to travel to anywhere. You just move. So you see some people, when I look some people's comment, a lot of people, see, most people you see are daft. They are not intelligent. You see them, because somebody is grown man or grown woman does not mean that person is reasonable, does not mean that person is intelligent. A lot of people are failures. That's why you see some people shine for a while and they wither away. Did you get my point now? Some people shine for a while, 1-2 years, and you see them, they wither away because they have no wisdom. Do you understand what I mean now? See me, I can decide not to go to any part of the world. I don't need to queue at any embassy. If I decide to move now, I move. If I tell you I'm going to appear at your location tomorrow, you see me there live. That is the man now. If I tell you are going to see me in America next tomorrow, as at so time, you see me in Canada, in South Korea, anywhere. That is the advantage. See, many African passports are liabilities. You get ahead. It's ordinary paper. Let me tell you, it's of no use. Passports that doesn't enter, I don't call them, I did not call any name. Passports that don't enter any reasonable country, no reasonable country. Which future do you have with such passports? Passports that cannot carry you to any reasonable country. Even if you carry the passport, they will be the way they will be embarrassing you on the road. Now you didn't come this life to suffer. I told you guys that hell is here on earth. So because give your children that opportunity, that blessing. Lay that good foundation for your children. I'm talking about people that are here already. Man, since I was born, since the day I was born, since I've been a little boy, nothing has changed in Africa. Since I was a little boy till now I'm grown, things did not even improve. Things got worse. When are things going to improve? Look at the kind of leaders you have in Africa. I don't say we because I'm not part of them. 50 years counting, 60 years counting, no improvement, nothing. No good medical hospitals, roads, water, nothing. The passport is dead. Leaders have no faith in your countries. I didn't mention any name. Because what they know is how to oppress. They will be stealing. If you talk, they will leave corrupt politicians, stealers. They will go after the people that are complaining about bad governance. African politicians, I said it in my last video, African politicians have no faith in the countries they rule. When I was a little boy, we read in newspapers then how these politicians sent their wives and family members to go to America, UK, Canada to go deliver babies in order to give their children foreign passports. These leaders did not limit it to improve the living condition of their people, make sure that their passports becomes powerful, like foreign passports. The place they are running to go deliver babies, human beings built it. Human beings made the economies of these countries viable. The black man mentality. They will be vying for political posts. You see them fighting to get power. When they get the power, they mess up the economy. If you see how they are fighting for political posts during campaign, you will think they are not even there. They are after their own selfish interest. This is why a lot of Africans, men, I don't need to even go there. I don't need to even go there. I look at myself, I'm almost approaching 60 years old. What has changed in Africa, many African countries? What has changed? You tell me. Tell me what has changed in Africa. Nothing. It got worse. Armed robbery, kidnappers, everything. Economy messed up. The currency valued. Passports gets you nowhere. Now, you that found yourself in a good country, in the West, you found yourself in the West, make use of opportunity. Don't mess it up. Make use of this opportunity. This is a golden opportunity. Man, yesterday, 2 days ago, I ran a live broadcast. I reminded a lot of us here how we suffered when we were little children. I reminded a lot of us how we suffered when we were little children. Many of us went to the bush to go shit. We used leaves to wipe our anus. Many of us used many of us used bucket system. Bucket system. You know, bucket system toilets. Many families up to today are still using plastic, kind of this thing to shit at home inside their room. So you that is fortunate to find yourself in abroad, do not allow anybody deceive you by telling you go make money, make money, make money. I am telling you now. My name is Rodi. Tell them, Rodi said, the first thing to get in abroad is not money, but documents. Documents, if you get documents, your rights are protected. You have your rights. If you get documents, you can rent an apartment. You are legal. You have the same rights as the citizens. You cannot be running from immigration, from the police. You can walk like a champion. Let me tell you. Those people that are mounting pressure on you, living in Africa, telling you, remember this, we have no Mama suffering, Papa is suffering, this person, man, forget those people. Though. You came to this life on your head. You came to this life alone and you will die alone. You will go alone. Even twins, everybody carry his head come. Many family members are enemies. You may not know. Most of the things they pressurize you to do is for their own interest. They pressurize you to do certain things for their own interest. They know that you are in abroad. Some after you might have invested in Africa, they will use spiritual means to suspend you. Many family members will be doing juju voodoo so that you don't come back. They will be spending, they will be enjoying that your property, that's your investment back home. And they'll be discouraging you. They kidnapped this person, they robbed this person. They'll be telling you the economy is bad and they are living, eating good food. Which food are you eating here? You are eating junk. Everybody's blood pressure is high here. Many people are suffering diabetes, pissing up and down. If the kind of food you are eating here, all this food, you go buy plantain, and if I tell you the kind of plantain, the plantain we have here is different. The eggs we are eating here, they are different from the one we have in Africa. The food is entirely different. So, in order for you to exercise power where you are living, to have right, get documents, and that is it. Let's go to another topic. Men, we are talking about, we are going to come to that. So guys, you're welcome. I titled this program African Affairs because of the video I saw this evening, and that was what made me to go live this evening. The video I saw. When I'm going to talk about what I saw, you know, I don't frame things up. I don't say what I did not see. This evening, and you listen so that you can learn from you. Now experience the talk here. Okay? Listen. I saw a video of an African American woman. Black American, you may call her Black American, African American. Over time, we have been hearing African American, you know, African Americans, they should come to invest in Africa, they should return to Africa, they should come back to Africa. Stella Wumi, good to have you in the building. I'm glad Trump said TikTok is not going anywhere. I was worried because of many of my American-based fans. I said, man, I was already missing them because I don't know what's going on with TikTok in US. So just some hours ago, I heard that Trump said TikTok is staying in US. I was so happy. Man, I like Trump. That's my own. I like that Trump. He cares for American citizens. And that's how leaders ought to be. Now, guys, you know, a lot of people have been asking, why are African Americans not returning to Africa? Why are they still in America? They have been going through racism. The police, the white police have been murdering them, killing them. We have been seeing the videos, okay? People say they should invest in Africa. I've seen Akon. Akon, you know that musician, Akon. Even talk about it, Akon from Senegal. He's investing in Senegal and so many things. Even he is persuading African Americans to come to Africa, invest, buy lands, invest in real estates. See, I have also seen a lot of African men scamming these African American women. I mean, my African brothers scamming these African American women because they want to marry their own African brothers. Men, see, you see in this life, whatever you sow, you reap. You know how I say my things. If you hurt others to make money, you need to wait. Karma will locate your address. You see, I want to remind you that if you hurt others to make money, karma will one day locate your address. I have seen many African American women who came online lamenting, crying, how African brothers have been scamming them through this marriage scam and things like that. Crying. Some lost $50,000, $100,000, even white women that are looking for companion, partners. We are going to talk about that later. So, man, you see me, I cannot scam nobody. Instead, I go hungry. I cannot. Imagine, do you know what it takes? Today, it is minus in Vienna. The temperature is minus. Cold. That kind of cold that bites your fingers. You see, this is how, you see children go to work under this severe winter condition. People walk, go through hell to make money. And all what you are scamming is how to scam them. Take their hard-earned money. I told you guys, heaven and hell does not exist. It is in this world. And if you do bad, you will reap bad. If you do good, you will reap good. Let's continue. So, I saw this African-American woman, beautiful African-American woman. She said she is from Chicago, Illinois. Chicago, Illinois. She said because they have been telling them to come and invest in Africa, motherland Africa, to come invest. So she chose to invest in Nigeria, in Lagos. This woman bought land and built houses, land worth of 7 billion naira. Listen, this woman said she has invested 7 billion into real estate in Lagos. Listen attentively. I watched this video, and tears dropped down my cheek. I cried. Yes, I cried because I'm human. I felt, man, 7 billion naira she said she spent. Guess what? They demolished the house and took over the land. The woman was literally crying in the video. She said she wanted to invest more. And people, the world are seeing, people are seeing it. How come? What happened? She is not the first. Ikem said he saw her. Ikem, you saw that woman on social media. Thank you for confirming it. The woman said she spent 7 billion. 7 billion. The other day I told you guys, I said, black people they are mean. Black people are wicked. Can and Sugar, you said you saw the video. Thank you. The other day, you see, I told you black people. This is why the African race remains underdeveloped. This is why we have problem. We don't love our people. The black people, they like to scam you. They have no heart. Where do I even start? You cannot see white people. 7 billion naira. That was a scam. White people don't destroy each other. White people don't destroy each other. have been living here for so long. White people. If you touch one white person, one white man, you've touched all white people. Most white countries, they can go to war because you went against one of their citizens. America, most European, if you see how they protect their citizens everywhere. Taiwo Olowe, you saw the video. Thank you for confirming that. I have been living here. I've not. See, we live in European Union, Union of Europe, borderless Europe. We use euro currency. This borderless, no border. See how the economy of Europe is thriving because they are united. Different countries, different languages came together to form European Union. No borders. They use the same currency, euro, and everything is going well. United Kingdom, Britain, that exited Europe, now they want to rejoin Europe. They have now seen the value of unity. What I have learned in abroad here, what I've learned from white people, because I've lived with them, is they protect each other's interest at all cost. If there is war among two European countries, misunderstanding, you see them quickly resolve that problem. They make sure that lives are not lost, properties are not destroyed. The black race does not know what racial pride means. They don't know what racial pride means. White man does not want to, they don't want to see their fellow white men down. They want to always be on top. That's what they call white pride. The white, that is, let me tell you what a lot of you don't know. When I came here back then, most of these Eastern European countries were not members of the European Union. Poor countries were not admitted into European Union, like Hungary, Poland, Slovakia, Romania, Bulgaria, all these Eastern European countries, they were not admitted into European Union because they were poor. Now, the rich countries in Europe gave them conditions that they need to meet before they become members, before they will be admitted into European Union. They gave them conditions. Now, the rich countries like Austria, Germany, Switzerland, Italy, and the rest of them, not Switzerland, Austria, Germany, and Italy, the rich countries, the powerhouse of Europe. You know what they did? They began to sponsor the poor countries, give them money to improve their condition of living. The rich countries, what they do, began to empower the poor ones. Now, there was a time they fought war in Serbia, in all this Kosovo and the rest of them, this Eastern Europe. Do you know what they do? They make sure they mediate, and they carry the refugees. Ukraine now. Did you know what the West did? They made sure they carried all Ukrainians. They just integrated them to the whole West. Ukrainians are everywhere. In Germany, in Austria, they gave them work permits. They gave them everything. They gave them even some Ukrainians that you will not, and they are living like as if they are in their homeland. Go check it. Ukrainians, if you go to Germany now, you see Ukrainians come to Austria, come to all, they distributed Ukrainians in every European Union country, gave them houses, gave them work permits, and established them. Because white people, Europeans, they don't want to see their fellow white people down. You see African people, the same country like Nigeria, fighting each other, the same country. Yoruba will say Igbo, Igbo will say outside, even Ghana, South Africa, the whole Africa fighting each other. People that live in the same country, they carry the same passport, still they hate each other with passion. Religion, if you see something, where do we start safe? I told you, in many African countries, religion is one of the problems because to become a president is based on your religious affiliation. Let me settle this puzzle. In Africa, to get political post has a lot to do with your tribe and your religion. What a country. What a people. How can you move on like that? How are you going to move on like that? See people suffering. People have no food to eat. You hand over a country to doomheads, people who have no head because of religion and tribe. Shame to the black race. Somebody will commit a crime. Somebody will steal government money, the country's money. You shield the person because he is a member of your religion or your tribe. You shield a criminal. And you want a better country. How is your country going to develop, going to advance? Let's go further. You see, I told you until you eradicate the religion, it may be difficult. If you need to relegate before Africa and tribe to the background before Africa. I told you guys I'm no longer a religious person. To hell with church or mosque. I don't go. Because the people that goes to church and mosque in Africa. Okay, if they are upright in their ways, why is Africa backward? You don't want to listen to it. Who are the rulers of Africa? Who are the people ruling Africa? What is their religious beliefs? The people ruling Africa, who are they? Are they from the sky? Did they fall from the sky? Muslims and Christians. Muslims and Christians. And how far with Africa today? How far with Africa? How far? The black man hates each other. The black man, they have no love. Okay, let me go further now. How can you conquer if you're not united? It is practically impossible. You can never win any battle if you are not united. Let me tell you, why do you think slave merchants came to Africa, dominated and won and carried African people? They stood united. They had oneness of purpose. You don't understand it. Englishmen came to Africa, colonized Africa. Those colonizers, how did they achieve it? Because they had one mind. They stood united. If you stand united, there is no mountain you cannot climb. How can the people of Africa cannot invade anybody because they have no unity? Truth, how are you going to conquer? See other races, see the Chinese. See the Japanese, see Indians, see Europeans. The least race in the entire world are black people. Because we are not united, we have no love for one another. This is the truth. Check it now. All what you know how to do is to pull your own down. Let me continue with this African American woman that came from Chicago, Illinois. A lot of people watching now, we are among those who carried out electoral fraud. In your country, you carried out electoral fraud. You rigged the elections. Now you are looking for where to go. If I catch you, you are looking for where to run. You want better. That's why you want to run. Run where? Where do you want to run to? You want to run to well-organized society where men like you built. I don't want to say what's on my mind. Mass inhumanity to man. One guy once told me, I don't want to say this, but let me say it, because without saying it, we will not learn. One guy one day told me, we were discussing when I was driving taxi, the guy said, the most wicked race is the black man. I said, he said the most wicked people, the most wicked race is the black race, followed by the Arabs. I said, he said the most. Man, and at that time, I argued with the guy. I said, man, what are you talking? Now I've seen it. Man, if you see, I saw a video of one man, who unalived his 2 children. They caught him. He was carrying the head of his daughter and his son. He wanted to use his 2 children to do ritual. His own biological children. I saw the guy carrying they caught him with carrying the head. He wanted to make quick money. I saw it. I showed it to my wife. My wife couldn't watch it. The black man. The black man is somebody that wants to unalive the sister, the girlfriend, the brother, the this thing to make money. Without remorse, no regret. Man, sometimes I ask myself, these people that are doing these things, don't they know that one day they themselves will die? Are they going to live forever? How are you enjoying this money? This man I saw, unalived, his 2 biological children carried their heads. What kind of money do you want to make? What kind of car or house do you want to build? A man's heart, the black man. Your own child that you are supposed to protect at all costs. If that boy can do that to his own biological child, his own biological children, what do you think he will do to a stranger? This is how you see some people will they will go carry somebody, kidnap somebody, go dump the person in the forest. In severe living condition, dump somebody inside the forest without food, water, inside forest, and be calling the family to demand for ransom. The black man, without pity. Sometimes these people will pay ransom, yet they will unalive them. These people will pay ransom, still they unalive these people. Now the question is, these people, these rich people, you are kidnapping, the people you went to kidnap, they did you no wrong. They are not responsible for your problems. They are not the government officials. They did not steal government money. See, somebody worked so hard and made his own money. A man or a woman labored so hard and made his own money. All what you could do is how to plan, kidnap him, dump him inside the forest, demand for ransom, and later some of them were unalived. And these people are not government officials. They are not responsible for your predicament. They did you no wrong. The black man. And the same people will be hailing, celebrating government officials that stole their resources. Your governors, your House of Representative members, you are president, you are all of them, you are senators. You don't go close to them. You have no problem with them. You see the black man, they go after the weak and the vulnerable. They go after the weak and the vulnerable. Even the government, the African government, even knowing, they know very well what's going on in the country, but failed to provide security. The black man does not value the life of their citizens. How? People are dying careless deaths in Africa. People are dying on time. That brings us to the question, where do you call home? Is home a place where you meet untimely death, where you die brutally in the hand of kidnappers, and nobody speaks up against it. Nobody talks. People are afraid to talk because these people will believe if you talk, they will come and carry you. Nobody wants to talk. Where do you call home? A place where you can die at any time. And if you die, no government, the culprits will not even be arrested, will not even be caught. Because when crime takes place and they catch the culprits and punishes them, since when did this kidnapping, it has not stopped. These herdsmen that are disturbing, it has not stopped. You go to your farm, herdsmen will come, unalive the people, destroy people's farms. It has been happening. What has the government done about it? What? People's livelihood, people go to their farm, plant something. You see some herdsmen carry their cows, go to the farm, destroy people's crops, and the government will hear it, and nothing will be done. And what's the police for? Why did you vie for political post? The chief reason you aspired to be a ruler, a politician, is to serve and protect. You are to serve your people. Your duty is to serve. And then, you know what is to serve? You become a servant to your citizens, to the masses, and then to protect. To serve and to protect. That is your primary duty. Where do you call home? Is home where you are living and your life is not safe. Is home where you will travel to. A lot of us, many people are safe in foreign lands. In America, in Canada, in Asian countries, in a white man's land, you are safe. But when you go to your homeland, the place you call home, you are not safe. The black man, what a shame. The people that manufactured these weapons, the manufacturers of these weapons, the Oyibo people, the white people that manufactured all these guns are not using it against themselves. How many times have you seen white people commit violence against each other? I've not seen white people use gun against each other. Go to Africa. Go to Africa, sometimes I'm scared. I said, what kind of people are we? If you go to Africa, what you see? Cultism, gang wars, cult wars, unaliving each other for no reason. When I tell you that the black man has no love for they don't love each other. If you see how they unalive, how they injure each other, the black man, how they waste lives. You'll be wondering, what kind of people are we? What kind of gang or cult do you belong to that will make you to take human life? What are you fighting for? Your brother, your sister, you are supposed to protect. You want to show power. Look at your living condition. That power, use it to improve your living condition. How are investors going to come invest in your state, in your region, when this is social media era? Everybody sees what we hear it. Court wars, killing each other, fighting each other for what? The white man, Europeans, Asians, they are advancing in science and technology. How old was Mark Zuckerberg when he invented Facebook? Where are African graduates? Are you not feeling ashamed? Europeans and Asians, they invent a thing you use. All what you know is how to fight and kill and unalive each other. Even if you have, why don't you maintain peace and love? Why don't you even learn how to maintain, cultivate peace and love towards one another? Why are you showing it? What is? Let me tell you something you don't know. I will not, maybe nobody told you, but you are going to hear it from me. I've said it before, and I'm going to repeat it again. The worst crime you commit in life, anything you do, don't shed blood. Do not unalive a human being. If you know how this life goes, whatever you do in this life, make sure you don't unalive a human being. If you do that, you are not only bringing curse upon your life, but your generation to come. Your unborn children will also partake in the punishment. It's no joke. It's no joke. Unless you don't love your children, you don't love your generation. Why do you think when we talk about generational curse, how do you think it begins? How do you think it starts? When we talk about generational curse, it starts with somebody. Generational curse. If I don't, I would have told you guys a lot of real life stories that after listening to it, you will shock. Let me tell you something about karma. Karma has no definite address. Karma, at times, has no definite address. You may commit a sin today. You may commit a crime. You may hurt somebody today. Karma will leave you. Karma will skip you. And you might think you've escaped. Nothing like that. You'll be drinking your beer, eating your chicken leg. You said there is nothing like that. You are in Europe, you are making money. Karma might skip you. Go after your children. Karma might go after your mother. That thing you loved so much. Karma might go after it. Might touch what you don't expect. It comes in different ways. At times, By the time you think you have peace and safety, everything done soft for you, that's when karma will locate you where you are. When you are enjoying life, that's when karma will come and say, my friend, you unalived somebody. That's why sometimes some people, there is no how a river can carry somebody without that person going near that river. That's why sometimes you see some people meet tragic ending. They die tragically. You'll be wondering, what killed this young man? What killed this young woman? You don't know what they did in the past. Maybe karma caught up with them. Karma found their address. Especially that time you think you've escaped. You want to enjoy life. Karma will come knock at your door. Say, my friend, what goes around comes around. Whatever a man soweth, that he shall reap. That time you begin to born children. You want to see your children grow. You have changed. You want to become a better person. See, let me tell you. Even if you repent, even if you turn to a good person, you must get the punishment of your action. That is nature for you. Anybody that told you if you repent, you will not be punished, told you lies. Because whatever you sow it, that you shall reap. You cannot sow maize and reap okra. You cannot sow mango and go reap ube. It's not possible. That's why you've got to be very careful in life. This life is deep. A lot of things people are suffering. There are so many people that are suffering today. Things are not going well for them because of the sins of their parents, their forefathers. Some people may come and say, what is this man talking? The iniquities of the fathers shall be visited upon their children, even up to the 4th generation. So many people are fighting battles they don't know about. But if you look deeper, you will discover that it is a generational problem. 40 foundation from parents. Atrocities they committed. Some forcefully took land that does not belong to them because they feel they are more powerful. Unalived people and took their inheritance. Committed a lot of atrocities. If I tell you what I've seen, when karma decides to visit such families, such oppressors, at times, it's nature, it will not look back. It will be brutal. It will be brutal. Somebody said, only in Africa. It's not only in Africa. It is, when we talk about spirituality, it is everywhere. If you see, America has the highest number of homeless people in the world. The USA, go check it. People all over the world, if your parents mess up, whether you are white, black, Asian, doesn't, the children at times bear the consequences of the parents' action. This has nothing to do with religion. This is practicality. This is real. This is why some people who knows about this life are careful how they do things. They avoid certain things. For the sake of the generation to come. Say, if you love your children, you will not do certain things. For the sake of your children and your generations to come. Why do you think? Let me tell you what you do not know. I've not even gone to the issue of the woman, the African American woman. I will touch it now. Why do you think there are people who are very brilliant, intelligent people, yet broke? They made nothing. There are people who have worked so hard in life to no avail. They have worked so hard. They struggled more than everybody, yet they always meet unfortunate situations, misfortunes before them every now and then. You ask them what's happened, they said they are strong, they did everything. Even at the end of the day, they amount to zero. Why do you think such happens? Why do you think some people did not work so hard, yet they excel in whatever they do? There are people, they don't work so hard, but you see every now and then, you see them meet luck. They are lucky. They don't struggle as much as others. You see some people, they have struggled all their life. Even they always meet hard luck. Look deeper. Many people you see that are having good lives today, they are having good lives today, having breakthroughs, is as a result of what their fathers do, the favor, the kindness their parents rendered to others when they were alive. The children are benefiting from the good deeds, the good works of the parents, even after the parents are gone. After the parents, you see somebody travel abroad and meet the right person, things will be working out for the person. You'll be saying, now this guy is lucky. This guy don't get, this man has gotten documents. He has a good job. He married a good wife. He has built house. But look at you, nothing is working out. Have you asked, have you looked deeper? This is why wise men abstain from evil and crime for generations. That's why when we talk about some juju, some men, juju. That's why I keep telling people, you see, juju, anything that has to juju, remove, that has to do with juju, remove your hand. Now, I'm the one telling you. You see, juju, say you want to use don't use juju to influence anything in your life. You are doing yourself and your generation harm. You may not believe this. You may say African this, African. Now, I'm telling you, juju has after effects, severe after its effects. That is, juju, when you use juju to influence something, you are forcing the hand of nature. You are forcing nature to do things forcefully, to do things that are not supposed to be. You use juju to make it be unnaturally. The story plenty. Now let's go back to the woman from Chicago, Illinois. I know so many people who have tried to invest in real estate in Africa. I don't need to call country because these people, these are oppressors. What they know is how to hunt and intimidate and oppress the black man. All what the black man knows how to do is to oppress and look for a way to intimidate his fellow black man. Europeans don't do this. I know so many friends of mine who went to invest in real estate, buy land to build. Family members duped them. Some friends duped them. Some real estate agents duped them, the black man. Everybody wants to be rich overnight, even at the detriment of other people. They will plot evil. When we talk about eliminating somebody, killing somebody, it's not only when you take a gun and shoot at somebody. When you scam somebody of his or her hard-earned money, you have unalived that person. Because money, without money, you are dead. Without money, you are dead. When you scam somebody of his or her hard-earned money, you have unalived that person. You have killed that person. Because without money, you are dead. So, you have blood in your hand. Many people you see, when misfortune befall you, remember your deeds, your evil deeds. But whether it is going to come, 1,000,000% is going to come. And this is religion. Religion is do unto others what you will like them to do unto you. This should be how life is. That is, if you know that thing that will hurt you, don't do it to other people. The black man does not understand what it means to be their brother's keeper. This is why the whole race, other race, the Chinese, the Arabs, the Europeans, everybody messes black people up wherever they are. They don't respect the black man because even African governments don't stand for their people. In foreign land, the embassies cannot even stand for you. They don't protect the black man. You see, even your embassy officials ask you, what did you come here to do? Some will even look for a way to deport you. They ask you, what did you come here to do? Once you got this. Stand back. Now we talk about African diasporas. Many African people who are living in foreign land. Kenyans, Ugandans, not so many South Africans are on the way. People, Nigerians, Ghanaians, Cameroonians, and the rest. Now, when the citizens of these African countries travel abroad, in most cases, when they have problem, you see the embassy representatives don't stand to protect the citizens. There are so many African citizens that are languishing in jail. Even in African countries like Ethiopia, North Africa, and rest, the embassy does not care. They don't even intervene. You are on your own. They will leave it to your fate. I saw videos and pictures of Nigerians, Africans in Libyan prison. Nobody comes to ask about them. Different parts of the world. Nobody comes to ask the black man. How do you expect the world to respect you? When you don't care for your citizens, you have no interest, you don't protect them. Man, it's a bullshit. It's a bullshit. You have problem in a foreign land. What are the embassies for? The embassies are supposed to be there to protect your interests, fight for you, make sure nothing happens to you. But you see, these embassies are not there for you. They will not, even they don't care. So many Africans are in prisons. They are in foreign prisons. They committed no crime. Where are the embassy officials? The governments don't even intervene. Where do I start? The most painful part of it is all these African Americans that want to come and invest in Africa. Look at your sisters and brothers that have left, that their parents, their ancestors left Africa 400-500 years ago. Many of them want to return to Africa. Many of them want to return to Africa, come to motherland and invest in motherland. All what you do is you scam them. Even African governments are supposed to be protecting the interests of these African Americans, to give them that courage, to make them, to welcome them, make them bring their investments home. To lure them to bring their investments home. African leaders, governments are supposed to encourage this, make sure that their investments are protected, that they did the right, that nothing happens to their investments. Not only African Americans, all citizens. But in Africa, at times, you see even the governors, the presidents, government, take what belongs to they will steal your own. You have a good land. a land that is in a good position. African governments, the government will steal it. A government that's supposed to protect you, encourage you, will steal what belongs to you. They don't care. They do not know the damage. They don't even care because these people, what they are doing is, after their tenure, they run to abroad, to the West, and turn to slaves, and be staying inside their homes, the homes they bought with stolen money. After their tenure, you see them leave Africa quickly. They don't care. How then are you going to build Africa? How are you going to be? And these people are shameless because when you go to foreign land, you face racism. They disrespect you. You live like a slave. You have no say. But instead of you to build your homeland, the land of your ancestors, wickedness and greed will not allow you because of your dark hearts. See Africans loitering about everywhere, the richest continent, yet the people are refugees all over the world, suffering. You know the future, and you have leaders. When you want to install a president, you install a president that is 100 years old, that is almost to the grave. They told us when we were small, they said, the future belongs to the youth. They called us then, we are leaders of tomorrow. I was told, we are leaders of tomorrow. Look at us, we are old. Those people that told us, those leaders in Africa that said, called us leaders of tomorrow, they are still in office. Some are repeating classes. After becoming presidents, they come back again, they come and look for a way. This is it. It's a business for them. And the young, many have died. They did not see anything good in their country. Did not benefit anything from their country. The black man. In Europe here, after the tenure, if you contest for election, if you fail, you go home. If you are found corrupt, you resign. An African man will still, they will find him corrupt, he will be there, he will prefer to die in political office. So we grab that position and say, instead he will leave that office, let heaven and earth pass away. The black man. It is only the black man that is power hungry. And when he gets that power, he will not do anything with it. He will not use that power to improve the living condition of the people. He does not even know what to do with that power. He does not know what to do with that power. They will steal money. See, you go to their villages. Go to many of our villages in Africa. Nothing has changed. No infrastructural developments, nothing. 50 years after, nothing has changed. And many of these countries are rich in mineral resources. See now, no water, no good roads, no medical facilities, nothing. Nothing works. Nothing works. No control. Somebody, did I tell you guys my personal experience? Most of the medications they sell in many African countries, fake. Most of the foods, I mean all this canned food, everything they bring, the Chinese, the Asians are bringing into Africa. That is, nobody cares. They dump, what is it called? Spoiled foods, junk foods in Africa. They bribe the police, the immigration, they bring everything. No, they bring it. White people cannot, they value the life of their citizens. Everything is controlled. You don't bring mess to feed the citizens in Africa. Even the worst thing is, When there is election now, you still see the same people. Look for, this is from my tribe. I will not vote this person from this tribe. This person is not a Christian. This person is a Christian. This person is a Muslim. I will not vote a Christian. And you'll be so many have died. You have no hospital and you are doing tribalism. You have no hospital and you are doing what religious dichotomy or whatever. Bigotry. Religious bigotry or whatever. You are suffering. You look at your mother is sick. No hospital to take your mother to. Your mother is dying. Your father is dying. No medications, nothing. The government does not care. But you support corruption. You support corruption. When it is right to do something, the right thing, on what you know. Man, I don't know. The black man. The black man. Man, I want to ask, what is wrong with the black race? You cannot tell me this is the fault of white people. Europeans, colonizers left Africa many years ago. Even among ourselves, we don't show each other love. What is the problem? Why are Africans so greedy, especially the politicians? Everyone said, the colonizers have left, stolen the wealth of Africa. Now the people that are stealing the wealth of Africa are African politicians. African politicians are doing worse than the colonizers. Look at our lives. Look at our lives. See how depressed we are. We have good weather, good climate, fertile lands. Africa is supposed to be the paradise, the strongest, the richest continent. Look at African people. Because of the leaders, the heart of African men, African politicians, governments, man, where do I start safe? When I was younger, when I came to this country, man, there were times I locked myself inside the room and I cried. I said, man, did I commit crime to be a black man? Was it a crime or is it a crime to be a black man? Because when you look at it, even when you go to Africa, you see the police, the soldiers show you hatred. They don't welcome you. Everybody wants to take your money. They are very brutal. Bribery and corruption. Bribery and corruption. You'll be seeing wicked. The white man will show you love. The white man, which I've experienced love in Europe than in Africa. Europeans showed me love that I never experienced in Africa. It's no joke. In Europe, I experienced the highest love from Europeans. But look at home. The police will be looking for a way to extort money from you. The soldiers, everybody will be looking for a problem. The black man. And these police, these soldiers, all the people, they will not face the government. They don't realize that the government, they are responsible for the problem of the country. People get kidnapped. If you are a poor man and you get kidnapped, nobody will search for you. The police will not come because you are not important. You are not influential. You are a poor man. In Africa, the poor ones are neglected. The poor are oppressed. This is Africa for you. You have a problem, you call the police, no hotline to call safe. You call the police, they will not come. When crime is taking place, police will not be there to come and... That brings us to the question, where do we call home? Where do we call home? Where? Where do we call home? When will Africa be better? When is Africa going to be better? When are we going to be proud of Africa as a continent? When are we going to put our head up and say, look, I'm an African man. Come to my country. How are you going to invite people when you have no roads, you have no ordinary light, you have no water, no gas? You carry cylinder up and down. Sometimes, so many cases, you see cylinder explosion, gas explosion. Gas explode and then here, nobody carries the black man. Guys, I'm tired of talking. I am having headache. Every day I woke up, I say to myself, which way forward? Which way forward? As a black man. You will face racism at times from Europeans. Yeah, every now and then you encounter racism. Though it's subsiding, it's no longer as like before. You go to Africa, your own brother will be looking for you. They will eliminate you. They will do you, they will do you more than white people. Some people go to Africa. There was a taxi colleague of mine. This man, I don't need to mention his name. The man got retired. He got retired. I asked him, I said, Oga, what are you doing here? Don't you want to go back to Africa and enjoy your winter life? The man said, go where? Not only one, he said, if you should go there. Nadia, I appreciate you. Nadia, I appreciate you. The man said, am I encouraging him to go to Africa? He said, if he go there, they will waylay him. They may end his life. The man is still alive. He said he cannot go to Africa because they may mess his life up. How many people are scared of their home country? There was a man, he was the first Olympic, the man lived, when I was living in 12th district, I don't need to call his name. He was a boxing champion. He died like last year. The man told me he was a boxer and he became blind. He said he cannot go to Africa to do what? He spent his entire life here in Australia and he died here. Because of the hearts of African people. You will not get love from your own people. You cannot. And even to fight the government, they don't want to fight the government. Rather, they go after vulnerable individuals. To stand their ground and say they want a better governance, they will not do it. To say this government is not the right one, they have no, African people cannot come together and achieve a common purpose. Very hard. You cannot organize yourself together. Look at what's happened in, I think, Sri Lanka, like 2 years ago. The president ran with his cabinet, with his members. I think that was Sri Lanka. The protest took about three months. They said a lie. When the people are, but then, how can you achieve a common goal when you don't have one mind? How? In Europe, when they decide a thing, you can't even try it because the citizens will rise up. Who are you? You don't own the country. In Africa, one person, they will form a gang and hold a country hostage for generations. The citizens will be just be watching. African people cannot stand up and say enough is enough. They cannot do it. I saw it happen in Sri Lanka. What is it? Singapore. I think that's Singapore. Was it Singapore or Philippines? Only that their national airline crashed. The president resigned. Either Singapore. Their airplane crashed. The president resigned. Either Singapore or Philippines. One of those countries. Their national airline crashed and the president resigned. The woman resigned. In Africa, the whole country can perish. The corrupt leaders will sit tight, say if everybody wants to die, let them die. Even in Israel, there were some politicians, if they find you corrupt, you resign. Even they resign, in the West, the politicians, they resign willingly. They will tender their resignation paper. African person will rig himself inside the police. He will carry the brother, the sister, the whole family. They will be running the country. Use the soldiers, use the police, protect themselves. People will be dying, everything. They don't care. The black man. They will sit down there, and you look at the economy is dying. People will be dying, no hospitals, everything. They don't care. They are in power. We get power. They empower the black man. You want to come and preach to me about Christianity and Muslim and Islam. If you carry it and come where I did. You want to preach religion to me. Love your own brother. Dude, what is religion? Religion is give your people good life. Show your people love. Has nothing, you are human, has nothing to do with religion. You want to ask me if I'm a Christian or a Muslim? If you ask me that thing, I don't want to know about religion. See those people, see your people suffering. No roads. The roads are not motorable. Your people are in darkness. Your people are in darkness. Are you not ashamed? No light. People are dying because no hospitals. What are you going to preach to me? The love. What you've got to preach to me, show them, give them light. Give them a comfortable life. Give your people, that is love. Give them comfortable life. Protect their lives. Allow no harm to befall your people. That is religion. Whether the person is from any tribe, value the lives of your people. Shameless people. They are a disgrace. That's why we are being disrespected the world over. The black man. We are being disrespected the world over. That money you are using to go to religious pilgrimage. That money you are spending, you say you are making budgets, African people. You say you are budgeting money for religious pilgrimage in Saudi Arabia and in Israel. Why don't you use that money and build roads and give your people better life? You don't have light. That money you are budgeting meant misplaced priorities. Has Allah or God answered your prayers? You budget millions, money, and go dump in another man's country, in a better country than your own. In a better country than your own. You say you're going to religious pilgrimage. You have no hospitals. That money you are budgeting for that religious pilgrimage, use it and provide lights for your people. Build better hospitals for your people. That money, the people, the places you go for that pilgrimage, they have steady electricity. The places you say you are going for religious pilgrimage, they have better roads, good hospitals. Citizens are living well. But your own, you don't have good hospitals. You don't have good roads. Which God are you praying to? Which Allah are you praying to? In poverty. First of all, look, charity begins at home. Look at your people. Make them comfortable. I want to end this broadcast. In fact, if you know how I feel, if you know how I feel, see how old we are getting old. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. While the rest of the world are moving forward, Africa is moving backward. Every African citizen is looking for a way to run to, looking for where to run to. Sometimes I get so irritated. I get so nervous. If you know how I feel, if you know how I feel, I'm boiling inside me here. I'm boiling. Because these people you call rulers, they, man, I want to get away from it. I just want to end this scene. I just want to end this scene. I want to end this scene. Go watch the video of that African American woman who they duped, they scammed 7 billion. And where do you want the woman to? There are no institutions, nobody. Where is she going to? How is she going to get the money? Who are you going to hold? John Amelda, I see you. I see you guys. When I'm done talking, I'm having headache. Okay, I'm having headache. I'm sad. You know, I'm sad. I'm not happy at all. The black man is not respected anywhere. There is no place we are respected. Everywhere we go, they disrespect us. Because of whom? Because of whom, where we come from, they disrespect us everywhere. It is sad. Even we don't treat each... Man, the story is plain. The story is too much. Even we are the problems ourselves because we misbehave. The black man sees the Europeans as gods. The black race, the black people, when they come to Europe, they behave. They abide by the law. But when they go to Africa, they don't obey traffic rules. They don't obey the law. They do what they want. They drive one way. They do everything. They fight the police. The police take bribe. Men, where do we start? What they cannot try in the West, when they go to Africa, you see them start it. They say it's their home. And the law does not work. Somebody will commit crime, go against the law, and bribe himself. Bribe himself out. Man. See, I think somebody said Paul Biya, the president of Cameroon, Paul Biya. He has been there. The man is close to 90 years over. He has been Cameroonian president for over 50 years. What are the people of Cameroon doing? You see, this is what I'm telling you about Africa. You see a man rise up and run a country as a private business. You see somebody will come up and run a country like a private business. It happened in, what is the name of this man that was ousted about 2 years ago? What is it? Gabon. The man held, the former president of Gabon, I forgot his name, held Gabon captive for 45 or 50 years. A particular family ran a country for 50 years. Bought all the properties. Museveni of Uganda, 40 years. See what we are talking about. The black man. The black man. Isn't it about time African people, men and women, rise up and say enough is enough? Isn't it about time we African people rise up and say, if we don't, okay, look at our children. Man, so many, the story too long. See our children. They are now born in abroad. They don't know about Africa. They don't understand what we are talking about. Who are the ones that will change things? Yes, so Amber Spirit, what is the name? Mbango, 54 years, you are right, of Gabon. 54 years. One family ran Gabon as a private business. The black man. Let me end this. No love. The citizens will be suffering. No health care. Nothing. No housing. No, what is it? Public housing. Nothing. No old people's homes. Nothing. The black. Shit. In Africa, that's where you see people die of hunger, fall down and die of hunger, lack of food. The government doesn't care. Man, let me end this. Man, I cannot talk more. I want to stop. I'm stressed. I want to stop. Check it. It's not, I'm not giving you, what's it called? I'm telling you real life story. That Gabon, the Gabonese, ex-Gabonese president, ran the country for 54 years. 54 years. Where is it done? Is he the owner of the country? A family ran a country for 54 years. But let me stop this broadcast. I don't know, my blood pressure is up now. My blood pressure is so high. Somebody made a request. Who was the person that made the request? Let me see. Who made that request? The black man like to oppress. Well, social media is helping us a lot. Social media is now opening a lot of people's eyes. Who made the request? If you don't want to, identify yourself, we end the broadcast. So guys, I want to say good evening from here. Take care of yourselves. Tomorrow is another day. Well, I don't know. I'm not going to go live anymore today. We see ourselves tomorrow. Take care and keep away from problems. Equatorial Guinea has been in power for 20 years. You see, these are the things we are talking. These are things we are talking. Equatorial Guinea, the president is there for 20 years. See, African people. You see, this is what somebody said on TikTok, the president of Equatorial Guinea has been. We need to be exposing these people. We need to be. Equatorial Guinea, the president has been in power for 20 years. I don't even know this. I don't know this. I'm just hearing it now. You see? Africa. Was this why they gained independence, to run countries like a private business? Somebody said Uganda is 40 years. Do you mean it? That means I don't know what's going on. Uganda is 40 years. Man, we need to speak up about these things. So, Maybe tomorrow we come up, I'll bring everybody in. I don't even know. So the president of Uganda has been there for 40 years. What's going on? Man, these things we don't know. A lot of things are going wrong in Africa. We need to be broadcasting these things. This is not normal. We need to be talking about these things. We need to be coming live, share the video. All Africans gather, we look for way forward. This is not normal. How can somebody sit in power for 40 years? Freedom is not given. Freedom is taken. If you leave them there, they transfer power to their children. If you leave them there, that is until they are chased away from that post. All of them that are there for 40 years, if you leave them, they will transfer that power to their children. They run a country like a private business. Somebody said you have kingdoms. Which kingdoms do you have in Africa? You said you have kingdoms in Africa. How do you mean? You have kingdoms, what? Europeans don't have kingdoms, but they are progressive. You that have kingdoms, how far with you? Kingdoms and you are poor and miserable. Which kingdoms do you have in Africa? How many people, how many tourists, how many investors are coming to Africa? The ones that are coming, you want to dupe them. You say you have kingdom. You have kingdom, you have no money to eat. You understand me? The ruler's king. Which king? You will throw away all those people. Say king. Which king? King of who? Which king? Which king? Does the country belong to anybody? Belong to them. Until men are ready. Well, I don't need to say much online. A kingdom in a village. I don't know. You say kingdom. Which kingdom? This is how they are deceiving you. Kingdom of kingdom. Which kingdom of who? Which kingdom? Kingdom of where? May make I blow nose first. Which kingdom are they talking about? Well, guys, well, how many people there are not? Okay. What we're going to do is, let me take a break. Tomorrow we come out and I'm going to go live tomorrow. And then tomorrow when I go live, after, speaking, then I bring people in. You say your mind. We are going to be running the program. Every African person can come in and say his mind. You can make a request, I bring you in, and you tell us the way forward. We need to continue to create awareness. Somebody said Equatorial Guinea is 45 years. How many years? 46 years, Equatorial Guinea. Not 20, 46 years. Somebody said on YouTube. the Equatorial Guinea, Obiang Nguema, 46 years. You see? Well, guys, you can follow me on YouTube. You can rewatch this broadcast on YouTube or Facebook, but preferably YouTube. Yeah, somebody said on YouTube that the president of Equatorial Guinea, has been in power for 46 years. We need to be louder. We need to loud it. Somebody said, why am I running away? Why should I? I'm not running away, but I cannot sit for long. I've been speaking for an hour or thereabout now. I cannot sit for long. I'm not running. Do I look like a coward? He said, why are you running away? I'm not running. I want to rest. Do I look like somebody who is running? If I'm running, if I'm hiding, I will not be showing my face. Do I look like somebody who is running? I don't run, but I'm not a problem maker. I don't make problems, but I speak reality. I don't look for trouble, but I'm not a coward. I'm not. You understand me? I don't make problems, but I'm not a coward. Miss Fola Shade is in the building. So we go where we have peace. Yes. So guys, I want to end the broadcast here. Okay. So now, I want to say good night to everybody. Take care of yourselves. I've spoken. Tomorrow is another day, so tomorrow we continue. Man, I cannot sit for so long. See you guys tomorrow. You can rewatch this program on my YouTube channel. In case you joined us late, you can rewatch it on my YouTube channel. So take care of yourselves. See you.